right. Let's hope the trap's going to work. I think we need to build 2 more stations to make it completely operational. I hope it's going to slow down the enemy so much that they literally cannot do anything, but it may potentially allow them to get access to technology that I don't want them to get access to. Then again, they are... What do we got here? Oh, they're just using shields and hyper shields and jump drives. Okay. Yeah, I can dealio with that. That's doable. They are very shield orientated, surprisingly. Okay, more cruisers of all varieties, including the CVs, which is something I normally would never do, but I want to try it out regardless because I'm feeling adventurous today, and you know, in like a gameplay sort of way, not in like a sexual kind of way. Don't be weird. Anyway, how can we aid the reign of Vladimir the First? You're pathetic and loyal. Good. Get wrecked, pathetic scum. How about you guys? You're inferior as well. Good. The Confederacy of Velataria. The mind boggles the realizations you must make for the evolution and continued existence of the human race. Have you seen yourselves? Okay, all right, okay. Let's go take a look here. All right, let's take a look here at the evolutionary prospects of the facial features of the Velatarians. They got pointy ears. What kind of okay, I got a biologist in the room. Not necessarily an evolutionary biologist, but let's take a look at this constructional design. The blue guy from Hellboy. You're talking about... I can't remember his name, but he is the fish dude. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. But let's take a look at his face here. What would be any of the evolutionary things going on in this guy? Or
he's going to be blind.
He's going to be blind. Why?
Because his eyes are white, which means that it's not very good in terms of absorbing the light reflected from objects to enable its cones to register sight.
Okay, so it's so not only are they blind, they're not wearing anything on their head to offset this, but their ears are pretty big. So does that maybe imply that their hearing is a bit better? Yeah. Maybe. They also got a really thick skull, so I'm going to postulate right now that in history they used to have, in order to fight for a mate, they would ram their heads against each other, involving a lot of brain damage, creating a all-around retarded species. Or they could echolocate. Are you saying they're...
They got a
melon. Are you saying they're basically dolphins?
They're man-dolphins.
So...
It really is the fish guy from Hellboy.
I do want to point out that an atmosphere that is not water is generally not a very good medium for echolocation. Just want to point that one out here. Thank you, biologist in the room. Yeah, I know. Thanks, babe. All right, cool. So that happened. Hope you learned something today. Regardless, now that we have completely and utterly dissected the rubber-faced aliens that are the Confederacy of Velataria, we've come to the conclusion that they are dumb and they should be purged for the greater glory of mankind. I think we can all agree on that one. Maya. Oltan. Am I controlling this? What the hell? Atari. Oh, Alari. Okay. You're called Alari. Are you the only pops of this species within my empire? I hope so. That will make purging you later so much easier. Anyway, the Felnolds still have not decided to walk into my eventual trap. There was Sari tribes over here. Where is my allies' capital fleet? The Abyssinian Union capital fleet's over here. Okay. So we have done some significant rebuilding on our capital fleet. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move them into here, specifically around Palatial District. If I move my capital here, how much would that cost? 250. And I can't move them while at war. Fair enough. But I can upgrade some of this stuff here. That's nice. A lot of energy. A lot of more energy. We're making 400 a turn. At one point, we're making 800 a turn. But we're spending quite a lot of money on defenses at the moment. And specifically those FTL traps that I was talking about earlier. Which is rather useful, to say the least. Okay, let's just upgrade all this stuff. You, sir.
Construction complete.
Click. And yes, I just set the sound effect of the thing that I was gonna do. Okay, more upgrades. I love these size 25 worlds because they're just so incredibly useful. Okay, more power. No, I don't need more food. Okay, and you, sir, are gonna be generating power as well. Okay, capital fleet has arrived. Cool. Oh God, and the rest of the capital fleet has arrived as well. Okay, so all my allies have arrived. There is a good chance the Felnol may try to jump right on top of this. If they do, then this is potentially one of the largest fights I have ever partaken in this game. Also one of the most ridiculous ones, considering, well, this place is a humongous death trap. This entire system is designed to be the ultimate mousetrap, basically. Oh my God, there's even more allies coming in. 36k. What if I tell the Felnol to stick something up their butt? Insult. Confirm. Impertinent scum! You will come to regret this. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like, be salty about it? You're snails. This is not a good idea. Alright, cool. Minerals. Alright, cool. Unity. I'm almost tempted to build a secondary fleet that is basically nothing but long-range kinetic artillery and is designed to basically sit at a distance like a circle formation to blow the enemy out of the sky. Unity, once again. How many? Okay, I got 58 destroyers. A bunch of point defense destroyers. Nothing too crazy. Okay, CVs. Yep, that's all fine. And I'm continuously building up my fleet here as well. And I'm only 2/3 on my naval capacity at 116. That's not going to be enough, even though my allies have maybe up to 200k, maybe 300k at max, but this is going to be difficult. Again, I'm totally expecting them to jump into this system first, and we'll be able to see exactly how this is going to pan out. But still, FTL traps aside, this is looking pretty interesting. Okay, cool. Unity. And if it works, we'll just completely reset some of these items as well. Unity has got 25. Okay, so we can replace this with something a bit more. Ministry of Benevolence. Ethics Divergence, -15. Is that... Oh, it's Empire. I did not know that. So I basically had an Empire level building that I did not build for against Ethics Divergence. That is a shame. I did not know that. That is really awkward. Why am I talking like this? This is not a good idea. Ooh, boo boo. Felnol Restorers. More like, what's going on in here? The Handfolier. Have a planet.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Inside of the Felnol Restorers territory. I am
Construction complete.
unsure on how this works or how this has happened to begin with. Not entirely sure what happened there. Still ingenious. Okay, so the trap has been set. All you gotta do now is wait. Let's see if they want to jump in on top of us to take out our fleet. I hope they do, because this will be a huge clusterfuck.
Complete.
Let's get more energy credits, because clearly we needed more of those. Arc emitter, shield hit points, yes. The more shield hit points, the better, obviously. Okay. Can we just, let's tickle them a little bit, shall we? Let's give them a bit of a tickle. Let's just, give them a little bit of tickle. Gaia. Empire leader capacity. Yes, we do need that. We are a little bit lacking in that department. That is not the right fleet. And we are maxing out on our energy again, which means that we need to trade energy again, which we do up here. And there. And there. And perfect. Cool. How long would it take to integrate these guys? Integrate subject. In 4 years' time, the military junta, pretty strong actually, surprisingly. Okay, so these guys are just hanging around in the second battle fleet. What's this? That's just my alliance fleet. For some reason, I cannot control it all. How many ships are in here? Just a bunch of tachyon cruisers, really. A rapier. Nothing that can be really... Yeah. I would like to point out the range on these stations, by the way. There's just... They must have... That's like at least 50 astronomical units of range on them. It's kind of ridiculous, if you think about it. Damage 167 per second, or per month, whatever you want to call it. Got a lot of armor, a lot of shields, 13,000 hit points. What do we got here? Migration. Okay, fair enough. Hey, you guys. You're my rival now. Fuck you. And let's insult you as well. Come on. Invade my shit. I just build I just spend 25,000 minerals building the perfect mousetrap. I expect you. I know you're snails. And I know you're relatively slow, but for the love of God, jump into the trap. Do it. Do it. So basically, I'm oh, what's this? What again? Drollfen protectors with Degel. Wait, what? But you only have one system. You literally only have one world. You literally have half your population without jobs, and you decide to go to war with your neighbor. You gotta ask yourself a question. Is this a good idea? I think we can all agree that it's not. Okay? No. Boy. This is not good. Declared war. Is it because the Degel are just still sitting on some of these holy worlds they got out here? I don't know, man. Gaia world, 18. They're not even using it. It's a holy world. It's got Betharian stone on it. Nobody's using it. I don't know what the problem is. Like, did you get out of the wrong side of the bed this morning? Is that maybe a thing? Because it sure as hell doesn't look like it's. Oh my God, these two worlds. I need to. Volataria is gonna get crippled. I want to release all the Kroll territories. Gonna integrate all the shit into my shit. Gonna then purge all of the shit and then move on. It's gonna be good. Waiting for you to jump into my giant mouse trap. Good lord. And we are maxed out on energy yet again. So for a lot of people are always wondering, hey Matt, question. Like for Serial, why are you playing at such a fast pace? Well, let's put it this way. Notice how in this episode we got very limited stuff done aside from insulting an alien species forehead. Well, imagine the same thing, but in this particular case, and I'm gonna have to remind you here that we're playing on fast. If we were playing on a significantly slower speed, like I say normal or God pray even slow, not only would it still be the 22nd century, we would also not get anything done ever, which is not the kind of thing that I like. And I can apparently upgrade all of this stuff. Why do I have Volutrians in my territory? You should not be allowed to emigrate. And now I'm just like, I really want 1.5 banks and basically set the species rights for all of these aliens to the point that, let's take a look at our empire makeup here, government, demographics. Yeah. So, most of the pops in our empire are humans. I got some Zeltecs, some Volutrians, some Ethanari, which are these guys. Yeah, I would basically set the neuter them in banks. I just don't have the tools. I don't have the tools to commit genocide. This is frustrating. It's as wrong as it sounds.
Wow.
This is literally first world problems. I'm a terrible person. All right. So, yeah, 1.5 banks gonna be baller. Looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to set certain groups of my population as underclass and suppress them and not giving them the rights, or only give them rights if, that's a big if they decide to enlist, because enlistment guarantees citizenship. Would you like to know more? And all of a sudden, the entire comment section is from, I got that reference. That was Starship Troopers. I know, right? Oh my God, I'm going insane. Oh no. Yeah. Obviously insane. Not to be confused from with the hit from Cypress Hill somewhere in the early 2000s. Yeah. What are you gonna do, right? Okay. Wow. Now we have too many minerals. That doesn't happen very often. Okay. Cool. The CV is only 1800. And energy once again. Too much of it. Let's just very rapidly just trade all this stuff. There we go. 21K. Palatial districts. Let's build some cruisers. I'm actually really wondering if we can, because the cruisers themselves are relatively front-line ships. Let's take a look here at our cruiser design. Mediums, I guess. Okay, let's take a look here. So filter by size. Flak batteries. Can I get more mediums out of this? That is the real question. Yes, I can. Behold, the Flak battle cruiser. designed to just slap stuff out of the sky, because that's all it does. And put a shield generator on there. Let's put a precognitive interface on there. Flak Act Cruiser. Who needs destroyers, right? When you got cruisers to do. Are you serious? Where are you guys? Yeah. Well, we got ourselves. Seriously, Volataria. You're xenophobe. These are xenophobic isolationists. Did they just come out of nowhere? Like, literally. These guys did not exist 4 turns ago. Doesn't matter. They're going to declare war. And we're going to get them to cede. How about liberate? No. Then humiliate. Just remove the humiliation. Modifier. Confirm. I don't. Should I? Nah, we're not gonna throw the entire capital fleet at them. That'd be kind of silly. Let's consider this practice for our fleets. Can we even get here? That's a real question.
Research complete.
I don't even think we can get here. We literally don't have the range to jump into this area. We can get in here. Are you serious? We literally cannot even get to them. So that's joyous. We'll just let this. We'll just let this take over. Well, we've gone to war with an alien species that we literally cannot even reach. Things you do sometimes. Armor. Yes, absolutely. And they literally. Oh my lord. Response to declaration of war. But why? Until next time, take good care of yourselves. And each other. I think we got a title name for this episode.